Is there actual Minesweeper on a NEVE 88RS?
Game?
Welcome back. In today's video about the NEVE 88RSP2 Mark picked up from London, we are going to meet the new owner of the console and we're going to do a rundown of what they are going to do with that NEVE 88RSP2 in their studio and what they are going to need to make that function and integrate into their setup. I'm gonna get in the car and I'll see you there.
We thought it would be a great option to create a NEVE 88R tutorial channel. So we bought a NEVE 88R and
Now materials.
I'm your camera guy.
I'm Ollie and this is Mark from Klangfabrik Studios in Germany, and we're at the moment a 5-studio complex, and now we're gonna build our 4 new studios, and the heart of it is a big scoring stage and what is absolutely necessary for a scoring stage, the NEVE 88RS.
It's insane, guys. I met you when we were picking up this desk, and it is crazy that you are picking up a 72 channel NEVE 88RS SP2. It's a mouthful. It's insane. It's like the Rolls Royce of mixing consoles. And I think the most crazy thing to me personally is that you seem to be my age, or you have a very good skincare routine and you're actually 70, but
I guess where you're right.
It's like, what's with everyone buying Scarletts and saying that that is the way to go and you don't need a studio, you don't need a console. Why a fully blown
we have to say that's not the start of our business. So I started it 8 years ago in a small studio, and in the second step I built the current setup, and at the moment we have 5 studios and a control room with an SSL 4K, and we mainly do smaller band setups and pop and rock setups. And the new studios are mainly designed for do big orchestra work, and this desk is the only option in the world for the use. And we had the chance to buy it from a unknown little studio in London.
Very small.
And it will be a big fun and a lots of sleepless nights.
Yeah. Does it feel like I sometimes have with gear purchases? It takes me back to when I bought my first Xbox and I unwrapped it and I started playing with it. Does this give you that feeling? Or
Exactly, yes. It's still the same.
I don't really realize that it's our desk now.
Right.
I had this feeling when I bought my SSL a few years ago and built the current studio complex. It's unreal. The big orchestra studio was already planned in the beginning. I always said to everyone, I'm gonna build a big orchestra scoring stage in a few years. And now, 2 years later,
you're here.
We do it, and it's absolutely unreal.
It has a big option on it, the SP2 package. That one over there doesn't have it.
Yes, there's another
so
88.
What made you go for this particular desk and not something like that? Because I'm guessing that this comes at a pretty extra cost.
Yeah, for sure. When you purchase it new from NEVE directly, it definitely is.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly price ranges.
I heard 10K per channel.
Yeah, I also heard. So because Mark told me, but I think he told around 150 extra costs or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't really know it in detail, and it was a dream to have the 88R for the new studio.
Yeah.
But it's impossible to buy this desk and a new one. As you said, I'm a young guy.
Yeah.
And I don't have the money to buy a new desk. I think it's about 900K.
Yeah. I mean, if it's 720K for the channels alone, and then you've got all the options.
Plus all the extras. Yes.
It's like close to $1 million.
So,
that's a lot of.
Yeah, I think around about 900K to $1 million, and it's for me it's totally unrealistic. So I don't, I can't afford it, and I searched for it a few years. Yeah. And I told to Mark one a few times, and there was one day he gave me a call and said, I think I have a desk for you, and so I don't really searched for the SP2 panel, but that's the industry standard for film scoring, so would be necessary for me, and luckily this desk has it.
And then you've got a little bit of building to do still with the studio.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's going to stay here for a little while.
But Mark has also a little bit of service to do, and he will make it perfect. It is in a really good shape, so we could easily start now to record a session. Right. But we want it 110% perfect.
You've got a big live room you're building?
It will be one big live room with 200 square meters, 2 ISOs, 20 square meters each, and a big 60 square meters control room with complete PMC Dolby Atmos system. And
are you doing Atmos as well?
Yes.
Running from the desk as well, or are you doing that from the box?
Yeah, we're gonna to do in the box only. This desk will be mainly used for tracking and stereo mixing.
I hope I'm invited to come check out the studio and take my camera with me, so everybody at home can see that as well. Would be great to do a tour and see how the place that's being built, and then eventually see how we're going to get this thing in and hooked up.
Maybe we do a few tutorials for your community.
for the new tutorial channel. So today you're here to... what made you drive out here all the way?
Mark is going to check the cable and stuff.
I'm
he's the technician.
responsible to solder everything up.
It's a big job.
Except all the NEVE guys are doing, so they are installing the console, so we have to prepare everything.
You have to prepare on the studio side.
What comes to the console and then connects to the patch bay. That's our job.
Because it's not a tiny patch you've got over here.
Big ass patch bay and more cables to route through the studio.
But the previous studio, the EDAC connectors, those multi-connectors down there, they were on the back of the patch bay, right?
This was in the patch bay was in the control room.
Yeah.
And they went to the converters straight out of the patch bay.
You don't want to do that?
No, we have the patch bay and the EDACs in the tech room. Yeah. And then run the lines to the console. Right. So everything comes together in the tech room.
Have you got one centralized tech room for all of the studios?
Yes. No.
Just for
the new ones.
Right.
Yeah, and for the upstairs it's an extra check room.
Wow.
So all the tile lines in the new studio come together in one room, and it's all analog. We do it all analog. So we have a big XLR patch where you can patch everything, vice versa. And
and you're soldering that right now?
We're soldering that right now.
That's so...
We do the complete cable management of the studio ourselves, and we have... I don't know how many drawings we did together, and this room to this patch panel, and how many meters of cabling and multicores we have to order, and XLR. And Mark is the tech guy in our studio. I'm out at this point. It's too much information for me.
You delegate it to the right people that know how to deal with all of that stuff.
He's the pro when it comes to this point, and you can show people the cabling.
Yeah, so this
in
is
the
the
back.
Encore, this is the computer.
That's the automation.
Windows XP.
Windows XP.
And this
That's
goes to
your
the tech
job.
room
So
through the floor.
yeah, this has to go through the walls into the machine room.
Wow.
And yeah, it's gigantic. And there are the power cables.
I thought a 40 channel SSL had a lot of cable that needed to go through the floor, but
That's like baby stuff. at
Yeah.
this point. It's like three
There are the
cables
power lines,
that's it.
and there's a rack
there's a rack here, right?
with the power supplies. Yes. There are the NEVEs.
Yeah. Gold in here.
Ah, so we don't have the radiators. They were in the studio.
The radiators
Yeah, they had like PC radiators in between.
to keep it cool.
In the
to
machine
keep it
room,
cool,
yeah.
yes.
Oh wow.
But it was totally clear that
They won't give
they
it to
keep
us.
it
Yeah.
for the new console.
So are you going to put that in, or is Mark going to do some options that makes that work a bit better?
The machine room will be pretty cold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
In
you
the
can't tell
winter,
through the
but-
camera, but here it's freezing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
But
you're
it
from
will-
Germany, so you're used to the cold,
No, we're not. I hate cold.
right?
Yeah, but in the summer, I don't know if that's something Mark would suggest to build some radiators for it. I don't know.
Is he going to do like heat reduction
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got to build that stuff in as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
That is,
what he's gonna do in the next weeks or month. And he did recap already the center section and I think the inputs.
Yeah.
And now
Faders.
faders,
cleaning
channel
faders,
cleaning, and
heat
he,
reduction.
yeah, he will
And all the
put in
jacks.
the heat reduction,
Yeah.
which is necessary for the lifetime of the desk. And it easily gives the desk 20 or 30 years,
Yeah.
Mark told me.
But that's great that you get
Mm.
a desk that you know you can rely on, because if it breaks down, it's not like a band session where you
No.
tell 4 people like, hey, go do something else.
No.
It's like there's maybe
With
there's
100
60 people,
piece,
100
yes.
people, like, hey, go, clock's ticking.
The
One
layout
thing-
is so different because there are the 60 channels and the other 12 channels are down.
Oh yeah, Neve
It's
does
so
that. Like
weird.
The 60 VR Mark had in his
Yeah.
studio, that's at Abbey Road Studio Institute. That also has that.
For me, it's weird because I'm an SSL guy.
Yeah, they just
And
start.
I have to rethink my whole workflow because I also
Yeah.
gonna work parallel on an SSL.
Yeah.
So the knobs which are upside down, will be really really interesting and
Frequency is like
The other
upside
way
down, but
around,
it is
yes.
nicer because now you can see it.
yeah,
Because on an SSL you can't really.
you're right.
You have to really hang on top of the console to see what's happening. And here you can just easily
Yeah.
see everything. So you were saying your SSL looks like a toy comparison?
Sure. I think it feels like double as wide as my 48 channel SSL, and it's
It's also longer and
yeah.
it just
I think-
feels weightier or something. Like stuff
it's
like
so,
this.
It's so massive, and and the height and the dimension it's definitely bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, the width is I think 1 meter more. It's a 72 channel, and,
Oh, how
and my
many-
SSL is 48
48.
plus 1 producer desk and the patch bay on the left.
Right.
So yeah, it's a 46 frame. The NEVE is definitely bigger, and it
Yeah.
feels so massive. And when I think about that, the room is gonna be so much bigger, and you get a feeling for the room dimension. It's so unreal.
Yeah. I also think that what makes it feel bigger is because it's buckets of 12 and not
Yeah, sure.
8.
This is
Yeah.
another thing I wanted to ask. Where's like the main entrance for all the cables into the console?
Because we have to plan where we come out with the cables out of the floor.
So we have 3 exits, right?
Well, as normally you would use the legs, but now you have the stems. You have to do something with that cable because there's too much cable going into the leg.
So we have the middle, right?
How was it at the other studio?
Happy.
Yeah.
Cut this. No, we want to go in the floor, yes.
Yeah, in the floor.
So we need to know where the cables are coming out.
I think they had like hatches
Yeah, maybe the
right
left
next to the console.
Okay.
on the
and then
left
it-
side, but I guess they had cables on the right leg as well.
Yeah,
right?
but they also had
Left and
some
right.
stuff running on the back because they also had option badge panels, and in those hatches they had badge panels, and there was a lot of extra stuff.
So is it possible that we exit with main or mostly the cables on the right side of the console, or is it fixed?
But the cable way was pretty much on the left.
Yeah, the cable tray was on the left.
So it went through though, and then
We need to go the right way.
But we
Okay,
also
yeah.
can go on the back
Yeah,
and then into the left leg.
yeah,
how much?
yeah. We are planning it really wide, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna make it really wide and flat, so we can put it.
I'm checking here. So, because that desk is custom.
Which one? The other 72.
Yeah, it had a custom made patch. And this is a NEVE made patch. It's the one from
From the
should not
previous
mention.
studio. This is the drawings from the previous studio. How do
Yeah.
you set it up?
Yeah, you have to blur that. If someone's really into it,
this.
they can read it.
Yeah,
And
let them
then,
zoom in.
Ready? There's still a box here.
NEVE 88's everywhere.
And these are the all the cosmetic parts.
This is like trim and everything.
Yeah.
Here are some eDACs. You can reuse.
Yeah.
This is underneath, and this is the what we call the chimney.
Chimney is where the cables come up, right? So that's a piece of trim that covers up, like the
This is
cables
top
coming.
And this is the armrest.
Yeah, this is maybe from the external preamps they used and cut.
So would that be reusable? Because
Yeah.
that would save you a lot of work, probably.
Yeah, probably, yes. Yeah.
All those pins and everything.
Are these in use, do you know that? Or are these just spare, which we can, for example, use for the mic lines?
This is the AA stands for the patch row.
Inputs.
AA.
AA is the top
The
patch,
top one.
so that's mic
the
lines.
mic. Yeah.
Oh,
And so AA is
this
the
is
top one.
A patch,
good news.
A row.
Yes, yeah, this is good
If you
news.
come with this here, we can go there.
Into the cold room,
Oh,
into the freezer.
this is spare part as
Straight
well.
direct. Two of those patches.
Replay patch tilers.
Yeah, this is you can.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, but they're not normal. That's I think it's this cable. It's not normal
So how do you see if it's normal or not?
when there are small cables running from the top to the bottom.
So
Right.
they're underneath, right?
Yeah,
So
They
it
need, to be,
connects-
they need to be in one line.
Yeah. So it would, if it was normal, it would connect from
here
one row
there
to
would
the
be a
other.
connection there, and they
to
would
the bottom.
use the switch,
Mm.
inside switch. You see nothing interconnecting from here to here. See, that's just the
Yeah.
in
just
and the
separate
output.
rows.
So that's nice for outboard.
So for outboard patches, you just want them to be separated because there's no reason
We
to.
probably won't use that much of outboard gear because classical music is like maybe in reverb and that's it.
Yeah.
And then you're getting the stems out. And next production is
Yeah.
coming in. Yeah, I'm asking because we could then
Yeah.
use the cables
Yeah.
for the mic lines. For example, these which are laying there, over there,
Yeah.
they are cut, right? So we So these cables have the EDAC on one side.
Let's have a look what is written on there.
Because if they're already there, we don't have to build it, right?
No.
But I don't think these are enough. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 breakouts to solder them on the XLR patches, right?
Yeah, and this goes underneath the desk then.
This goes underneath the desk, or in this one.
In panel.
Yeah, it will go in the panel because this one's obviously too short.
For you to know, there are two different kinds of pins. One pin is you crimp with a crimp tool, the other one's you solder. See, this is a solder version.
Yeah.
And the crimp version goes inside. You need a D-pin tool.
I won't build EDAC.
Well, the EDACs are
Why not?
really good.
Because that's too much work.
Yeah.
No, this
They're how much is like one connector?
they're cheap, reasonable cheap. No, not like the DLs from SSL. These are reasonable cheap.
How much we're talking?
20 euros, I think.
Just the material.
But the pins are also much cheaper than with the DL.
And the crimp tool is like...
Well, you
That's
don't need a crimp tool because you're
probably.
using the solder one.
Yeah.
So that DL doesn't have a solder one version.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between this is EDAC and then the
SSL had DL.
DL, and that's the
DL
bigger ones. That's twice as big. That's 32 channels, right?
Yeah, it can do 32 channels. This can do, well, in the
12,
way they
right?
pinned it, 12, yeah, but it's differently pinned. Yeah. Avoid as much as possible direct soldering to anything off the patch. Except, so if you come from the XLR, you go to DL and then underneath the desk if you want, or you go into the panel there. But that's then XLR to TT and then to the desk. Like DLs, EDAC is like this, slides like this, and a DL is just like two contacts hitting each other. That's why they are sometimes used in airplanes. That's why they drop down, fall down.
Out of the sky.
Sky. Because the solder ones are reusable, depend or by solder. Crimp, done.
Yeah, this goes to the console.
Yep.
This goes to the console.
That's it.
Plus,
That's it.
yeah, and power.
Power is coming separate,
Yeah.
not through here.
Yeah. And these ones
Interconnection.
stay like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Between the two patches. And we did it in the front this time, but you might want to do it in the back. But it would be easy to have it still accessible.
But it's set and forget. We won't touch this.
No, but you need, this is the wires to the outside world. One cable loom is going to this one, this is outside world, and the other loom goes to the desk, all attached to this.
What are you looking for?
Still trying to figure out where all the cables are going.
Right.
I wish I had this already in the studio.
Yeah, right. So
And
you could
can
go over it and
Cut
figure
out
out.
like all the cable ties, make it more like.
I think it's the same as
You should see if you can make a 3D scan.
Yeah. That
And
would be
then
awesome. Yeah.
you can figure everything out.
Yeah.
So everything goes straight into the
Yeah, you can calibrate.
EDACs.
Yeah, it seems like it, but I.
So that is the connection between the desk and there, right? Desk
You know how this
to
is done?
the EDACs?
No.
There's a frequency.
Yeah, part of it. So we
And
have.
when you touch it, you kind of
The inputs are here.
the frequency. And I
Okay.
say, "Ah, it's out."
So
Yeah.
live room are going to into this EDAC. This one goes up to the top,
Right.
and then we're coming back again
We have lunch ready.
to multi-track send. This one goes to the.
Converters.
See, this
Converters,
is also the,
yeah.
for this one. This is also multi.
And now I'm wondering if
Yeah, but that's
part
different
of
to
it
9000.
like is
Yeah.
interconnected straight to the knee. I don't know.
See?
Huh.
You can
It's interesting that they still call it tape machine playback.
Yeah.
Anything you can
This desk is from 2004.
automate.
Only on
As
off.
they
It,
had
it was like
Not But
Yeah, it was probably built in.
That's,
Way before that.
yeah, but you can't get.
Yeah, this is probably in a,
You can't get
not the
these,
first
what-
88R. Maybe when they built it,
vitamin.
designed it, it was still tape machine. Or they were hoping
Yeah,
it would still be tape
Yeah.
machines by this
Like,
time.
fuck it, we are putting it
Yeah.
on there anyway.
Computers are not going
Maybe-
to do
maybe-
anything.
Only automate.
It's going to be tape machines 20 years from now, don't worry.
It's like having cup holders in a Lamborghini.
You've got cup holders in your Lamborghini?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. How was it to see the NEVE 88?
really impressive.
What?
You go and buy some cheese and then run away home.
Yeah, get back, see what you need to do. You've got a clear plan of
Yeah.
what you need to do patch-wise,
Yes.
routing-wise, cable-wise. So,
Then let's go to building.
Yeah.
yeah,
We see you in our studio.
I'll see you there. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Awesome, guys.
Thank you.
You're gonna turn off the desk?
I'm gonna turn off the desk.
You do that over there?
Yeah. Partly, just the computer part.
Oh, okay. The computer
Yeah.
part you do over there. It would be wild if you
If
turned
you
off
could
the
just-
entire desk
Yeah, no,
just
no,
from
no,
there. So Windows, can we play Minesweeper first?
no. Ooh,
Is it on there? Actually, it is Windows XP,
should
but
be.
is there actual Minesweeper on a NEVE 88RS?
Games?
Games?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Pinball?
You can actually play Minesweeper on a fucking
Go ahead,
NEVE
Thomas.
88RS.
Wow.
Wow.
I did not know this.
It is now safe to turn off your computer. I think we need to go here. And actually turn it off. Release it? It doesn't want to go off. And this one as well?
Yeah.
Or not?
I think this one goes first. There you
Ah, silence.
go. So, let's turn off the desk then.
Let's turn off the desk.
Oh, so warm.
It's getting hot in here.
Warm.
So take off all your power supplies.
Alright. Yes. Are you ready?
So top ones, they need to go simultaneously.
They go simultaneously
Okay.
and then one by one.
Don't hit them.
Oh, it's easy.
There you
I
go.
could have done that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
next
all.
time I can do it.
Next time, yeah.
And powering up is from the bottom to the top.
Basically, yeah, and the last one simultaneously as well.
Why do they need to be simultaneous?
I don't know.
Because Neil told us.
Yes.